What's Alan Wolfback? I'm here. We are going to be talking about some movies I'm excited to see. I've got two that I'm pretty excited to talk about. And let's just jump right in. First, let's talk about Doomsday. So Doomsday, Doctor Doom is one of my favorite characters of all time. So I'm really excited to see him in a movie and be represented in a cool way. But there are some things about the MCU that I just don't, I'm really hoping that they don't apply to Doom himself or the movie as a whole, because it'll kind of just fuck up my viewing experience. If they just make some shitty, corny jokes for the whole movie, that'll piss me off, because I like movies to be a blend of serious and funny. I think there's absolutely nothing funny about Doctor Doom obliterating realities and creating Battleworld. Where's the humor in that? I hope it's he's like Doctor Strange. I think the way he makes jokes in his solo movies, I think are really good. But to be honest, seeing Thor in the movie makes me kind of worried because of the way he's usually written. Like Love and Thunder, I think the concept was actually really good, but they really fumbled it because, what was Thor saying the whole movie? The CGI was also really bad. That's something I'm also worried about, is the Marvel CGI as of late hasn't kind of been up to par. The trailers haven't been looking good, so that's cool. Also, how are they going to beat Doom is what I'm really thinking. I hope they don't, because as sucky as it would be for them to just retread what they did in Infinity War, where, they lose, I don't want just one movie with Doom. But also, I would really hate to have this be just Infinity War 2. Obviously, Endgame was Infinity War 2. You know what I mean, though? Just that sort of same thing where it's it's a two-parter, big bad. You lose the first one, win the second one. I wouldn't enjoy that. I wouldn't enjoy that at all. But also, I would enjoy more movies with Doom. So, I'm very perplexed on how I want this movie to end. Obviously, I would like more time with Doom, obviously, but I wouldn't like it to be a retread of the structure that we saw with Infinity War. So, we'll see. Or you know what, maybe Doom wins overall, right? Since, we're talking about rebooting the Marvel Universe. We go into whatever, Secret Wars, Doomsday 2, basically. And Doom 1, he created Battleworld. And then when he remakes the universe, Spider-Man or someone slips in and they're they reform it in a nicer way than what Doom would imagine. So Doom does reform the universe in his image, but it's interfered with by the heroes. So that I think would be a good ending, where Doom does in fact win, or he's not defeated, but kind of a almost a cop out, really. Doom doesn't lose in the final battle; he loses in letting someone important take over the creation of the new universe. Also, I won't lie, he's awesome. The design looks sick. The way RDJ, his accent is doing really well. Just everything about the way this Doctor Doom looks is awesome. So, I want him to win. I really don't understand why RDJ had to be Doctor Doom. It had to just be a marketing stunt, because if he's not showing his face, what's the point in having the face of the MCU play him? That is, it's a weird choice. It's a weird choice, to say the least. But, he's doing a good job, so that's okay. But, I'm just not a fan of these companies using these marketing tactics to get us to watch their movies. It's yeah, great, you created false outrage, but what was the point of that? Obviously, I understand the point, but really? Now you've just lost people's trust, essentially? I don't know. It definitely turned a couple people off from the idea of MCU Doctor Doom, which, that's bad. I want everyone to like Doctor Doom. So that's what I think about Doomsday. And now, another movie I'm also quite excited for. No trailers or anything yet, but we do know it's in production. The Legend of Zelda movie. Now, let me tell you how special the Legend of Zelda franchise is, right? To me, the first game I beat was Skylander Spyro's Adventure. And then, for the most part, I just didn't really beat games. Like, it was like Pokemon Sun and Moon, right? But it was more like I was just kind of enjoying the game, and I happened to beat it. The first game where I was like, I need to do everything I can to beat this game was Breath of the Wild. Like, it's just such a... It's like... I played it for the first time when I was really young. So, I couldn't get into it the first 2 times I played it because I was maybe... Let's see, 2017, yeah, I was like 10. I was like 10 and 11 when I played it. And I just wanted to play Fortnite. We get to like 2 or 3 years later, I play it again and I realize, oh my god, this is outstanding. This is amazing. Like, the world itself is so beautiful, the ambience of the world, everything about it is beautiful. Link, as a character, is just so cool looking. And he's a man of like few words. Like, obviously, you know, he doesn't have any spoken dialogue, but he does speak to NPCs with the text boxes and stuff. We know he's not completely silent. I was hooked. I was hooked. Tears of the Kingdom came out. I thought Tears of the Kingdom was even better. Like, my 2 favorite games of all time is Tears of the Kingdom at 1, Breath of the Wild at 2. And then it's BTD 6, but, you know, that's kind of a... don't worry about that. So, what I really want from this movie is I want Link to be like Link. I don't want this sort of MCUification of Link, where he has to make these stupid, sarcastic jokes. He has to be overconfident. Like, I don't want Link to smirk at all. I don't want him to talk and smirk and all this nonsense. I don't want him to be completely silent. I don't think his character will be ruined if he speaks. However, I don't think he should speak much. I think it should be very, like, simple sentences, like just saying the bare minimum. He needs to say the bare minimum in this movie, because that's kind of what he actually says. And, like, obviously, Link has a personality. But he doesn't show it much, and that's on purpose, because he's a knight. And they're clearly adapting Breath of the Wild. So, what I need the audio to be like in this movie is a lot of ambience, because that is what makes this game special. Is like, I want him to be walking around. I want to hear the bugs. I don't want to hear him. I want him to be quiet. I want to hear his footsteps. I want to hear the grass rustling. I want to hear the bugs. He doesn't need to speak. When he's alone, which he should be for most of the movie, because that's kind of the point of the game, is like, oh, you're alone. When he's alone, he shouldn't say a word. Now, if they do that properly, which I think is the most important thing to get right, is Link. I would like Zelda to be the second priority, even though she's not going to be as prominent of a character as some of the other ones. Well, I guess, you know, now, like, Sidon will be around a good bit, but, you know, Zelda's just as important. Or when I say important, I mean, like, screen time wise, Zelda's probably going to get more screen time than Sidon. That's right, because the memories and stuff. I hope they don't make their relationship super, like, how do I describe this? Flashy. Like, it's very obvious they have a relationship. If you played Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild, like, they're clearly romantically involved. But the way I always see them is, when I see them, I don't think boyfriend and girlfriend. I think romantic partners, right? And that's obviously like some nonsense sort of abstract separation, because boyfriend and girlfriend are romantic partners. When I think boyfriend-girlfriend, I always think of like a more childish like relationship where we're like, we have to show that we're together. I think they're the type that's like not a lot of PDA. Not that PDA is bad, but this is how I've always interpreted Link and Zelda's relationship. So this isn't even necessarily like, everyone might disagree with me, but this is what I think is important to depict about them. Is it like, I think before all this, I don't think they were interested in each other. Like, really, it was probably what am I blanking? Right, he was probably into Mipha, right? He was probably into Mipha because Mipha legitimately was planning to propose. And I think he should be sad that Mipha's not around. I don't think they should kiss at the end of the movie. I think they should kiss at the end of the second one. when they do Tears of the Kingdom. When he catches her, I think that's when they should kiss. But I think they should show him extremely upset that Mipha's dead. I don't think he should scream or anything. I just think, but you know, body language. I don't think he should scream or cry, but I think it should be obvious that he's sad. I don't think he should be overly like toxic masculinity. I don't think that should be a plot line where like, I don't show my emotions because society tells me not to. I think he's a reserved guy. He's a reserved guy because he's about self-control and he's a trained knight, right? But that doesn't make him like a society tells me I'm not allowed to cry. He doesn't cry because he's trying to protect the princess, right? Anyway, I just hope they get it right. I don't want my favorite game to be translated into a movie I don't like at all. This needs to be a movie that I love. Honestly, just make it feel like Breath of the Wild. Like, that's a sort of abstract thing to ask for, right? But I mean, what makes Breath of the Wild, right? What gives it its feel? It's all about the ambience, the sort of idea of being mostly alone, exploration, sort of having just a really vague idea of what's going on because it's your first time experiencing this, and Link doesn't really know either. Obviously, we've all played Breath of the Wild 60 times. We all know exactly what's going on in Hyrule. But the first time, you know, you're kind of not really understanding what's happening. So that's what I just really hope they get it right. Like, obviously, I'm going to watch it no matter what. If the reviews come in are bad, I'm going to watch it. If the reviews come in and I see the trailer and he's fucking making stupid Tony Stark-ass jokes, I might blow my own house up, but I'll still go see the movie, and I'll just walk out sobbing, straight tears. And if it does feel like Breath of the Wild, if they do actually get this movie right, I will also be coming out in tears, because you cannot make an accurate Breath of the Wild adaptation and not have it be the best movie of all time. Because there's like this sort of gap that I hold between Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom and literally every other game I've ever played. And I like a lot of movies. My favorite movie right now, it's kind of hard to say. I don't know. You gotta ask me in like a week. Here's my Letterboxd top 4. Oh wow, Sonic 3. Yeah, it's probably Sonic 3. Sonic 3 is probably I'm a dork, bro. I'm a dork. But yeah, I mean, that's like I like a lot of movies. Here's every review I've ever done on Letterboxd. All the star ratings. But honestly, I don't really feel as passionately about movies as I do about games. Or even like, I like to read manga. I don't really like to watch anime. I like to read manga. Oh, guys, I'm a dork. But like my favorite manga is probably One Piece. Piece of shit, One Piece. Like in the Ocarina of Time manga, they made Link chatty, and it was okay. But I do think Link being more quiet and reserved is more important to Breath of the Wild than any other Zelda game. If they were doing a Twilight Princess movie, I wouldn't mind that Link being talkative. Or a Wind Waker Link. He makes sense to be smug and chatty and like, you know, a usual shonen protagonist, sort of like the Kid Naruto, Kid Goku, early Luffy. Like, that all makes sense, right? But they picked the one Link where it is absolutely important that they preserve his man of not many words nature. And I hope they do not fuck that up. So those are the two movies I'm most excited for. Clearly, one of these two I'm more passionate about than the other. Breath of the Wild, I need you to be a good movie. I need this. This is... I wish I had made this a couple weeks sooner so I could talk about Brand New Day. I still haven't seen it yet. But I just really haven't had a reason to. It looks cool, though. Spider-Man's my favorite superhero. So, I'll catch you guys in the next one. I've got more videos this style planned. So let me know if you guys like these, or if you want us to go back to making more IRL sort of content where it's just us sitting around opening packs and talking about things, or if you like these too. What we want to do is we want to make a upload schedule where we have videos of different styles coming out on different days of the week to kind of reflect that, I mean, there's a lot of different faces of the Nerd Lair. Not even, when I say faces, I don't even mean public presenting like faces. I mean, there's like the card side, there's the tabletop side, there's the RPG side. And then when you dig deeper than that, there's D&D, there's 40K, there's Age of Sigmar, there's War Machine, there's Conflict 47, there's Magic, there's Pokemon, there's One Piece, there's Riftbound, there's Lorcana. Like, I mean, there's just so much about the shop that making a certain style of content only, I think, would not properly represent the multifaceted nature of the shop. So this is kind of the solution where we've reached, where we're planning to make multiple styles of content and upload that with maybe even different people on it. So it won't just be me or my dad. It might be, maybe we have Warren come on and he talks about Reality Fracture because he knows a little more about Magic than I do. Or maybe one time we have Brian come on and he talks about whatever Star Wars D&D stuff is coming out because he plays a lot of D&D and he owns a lot of the books. So that is the future of this channel, is more variety, more faces. But you can expect to hear a lot more from me. School's starting soon, so I'll be, rather than in the shop working while we're open as much, I'll be doing more work from the house while I have like my textbooks open, read out loud or whatever. So stay tuned for that. And happy summer.